Hello there. That might be a little loud. Yeah. Alright, that's probably good. Hello, nobody. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Yeah. I hurt my back like a week and a half ago, and it's still fucking hurting. That's stupid. Alright, everything looks good. Otherwise, though, let's begin, shall we? We're gonna try to get through this best I can. Best with my... best as I am, tired. Just turn the chat on that way. There we go. There we go. Korean Adukatu's showing up. Celiac back, capital attack. I'm not attacking the capital. That is not. No, that is not me. You must have to confuse with somebody else. Because I'm not the kind of person who would even want to go outside. Something like that is just too much work for me. Too tired all the time to do anything. Alright, let's hide that. Yeah, looks good. Cool. Celiac was in DC. Celiac was in these nuts. This is stupid. I was in the DC current, baby. I was electric. I was TNT. I'm dynamite. That's not. All right. Me. Oh wait. There we go. All right. Shall we begin with the PragerU video? This one is one of my favorites. It's a particularly juicy one. Yes. All right. So, where's it's behind me. All right. Let me slide to the left. Cool. Okay, we can begin on this side. All right, now we're recording. Let's begin. Hello, everyone. The number 10 most viewed. The number 10. That's right, baby. 10 most viewed PragerU video. Or the number 10. That's right. Number 10 most viewed PragerU video, as of this moment anyway, is this one. Right there. PragerU v YouTube. Now, of note, this is the first one under 10 million views. Or, well, in this recent series, this is the first one under 10 million. No. Now, this one came out a little over a year ago now, about PragerU's. It's about PragerU's lawsuit against YouTube, which we have the benefit of looking at this in hindsight, being a year and a half in the future, but now we know that lawsuit failed. So we get to look at this with that in mind, which is very nice and very juicy and definitely not gonna lead to this entire video of mine making fun of them and rubbing it in their face that PragerU are a bunch of losers and their lawsuits mean nothing. Okay. Let's begin. Well, We're gonna have to play from the beginning. It's like halfway through. What the fuck? I don't care about this guy's like body odor. I like like I take like 1 or 2 showers a day. I'm privileged enough to be able to do that. I don't care about whatever weird like jabs at masculinity they've got going on. Anyway, whatever. PragerU. Alright, if I adjust, hold on. This is like, we don't want, alright, that looks good. Okay, let us begin. Yeah? Hold on, it's like, okay. Let's begin. Should probably turn the sound on first, huh?
The most important lawsuit in America right now, and perhaps the free world, is Prager University versus YouTube.
Yeah, I think I don't think that was ever true. It's amazing that they actually said that. I didn't realize that. That's kind of like saying, like, how fucking full of yourself you gotta be, right? What's a good analogy to make here? I don't know. Let's hear him.
You might consider this a grandiose statement.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm the lead attorney for PragerU.
Yeah, I do. So you're taking their oil money? Feels like you got a conflict of interest and makes you obliged to say such a thing, doesn't it? Not only are you... I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I got the COVID. Not only is he the attorney for PragerU, but now he's doing videos for PragerU. You double dipping here. He's double dipping in that oil money. He's double dipping in the oil well.
I assure you, it's not. That's
Okay.
because this case is about the most fundamental freedom Americans have. Freedom of speech, as enunciated in the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. All our freedoms, the very concept of freedom, springs from this right. Lose it?
Now, conservatives like to do this a lot. They like to talk about freedom. They like to talk about their own... like to talk about freedom. They say, oh, it's the most important thing we've got. But then when you look at their policies and when you look at the people they support and you look at what they actually do when they're in power, they don't fucking care about freedom. They only care about using it as a tool to bludgeon their political opponents with. They only care about it when they are facing repercussions for their actions. Their very real, very dangerous actions which do harm people. They only care about it when people hit back. Then they like to cry about, oh, but I have my freedom of speech. You can't take this from me. And it's like, you're screaming racial slurs in an Arby's, Mr. Prager. This... We don't have to follow that up with anything.
And we're no longer free. Not as individuals.
Yeah.
And not as a nation.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to accept that.
Hold on. Let me hear this line again. This line is pretty stupid.
All our freedoms, the very concept of freedom, springs from this right. Lose it, and we're no longer free. Not as individuals, and not as a nation. I'm not willing to accept that. PragerU doesn't accept that, and you shouldn't either.
Hold on now. What was didn't we have some of the previous videos talking about... Let me check something. They have some weird videos talking about, like... Okay. There's none in, like, the top 10 that we've already gone over. Not really. But, like, within y'all, So within the last month, there's a thing that's been going on, making the rounds of the PragerU talking about um, why we should keep statues of Robert E. Lee, and it's like just pure Confederate apologia. We haven't gotten any. We haven't gotten to any videos quite like that in this series yet, going down the most viewed videos. But it's coming right there. The inconvenient truth about the Democratic Party. We're gonna get to that in a moment. Not today. We're gonna get to that like in a few weeks. Why did the Democratic South become Republican? The Middle East problem. These people don't care about freedom. And by these people, I of course mean the Jews. Dennis Prager. Okay.
Okay, so how did we get into this situation?
That's a joke. Most Jewish people vote liberal. It doesn't go that way.
A little background. PragerU is what is called a 501c3, a nonprofit educational media company.
This is true.
It's known primarily for its 5-minute videos. In 20
Oh, all right. This is where it becomes pretty obvious what's going on. This is a PragerU ad. This video is a PragerU ad. He's talking about what PragerU does. This whole video is being aimed at like conservative Facebook boomers who don't know anything about it and who are like, "Oh yeah, I care about freedom of speech. Oh, I care about look what's this PragerU thing? Oh, maybe I'll go check them out."
2016, viewers began to notice.
Wait, celiac JQ attack. Hey, listen. The only we're gonna get in trouble for this. The only Jewish question we're asking around here is if these matzo balls are gluten-free. All right. Okay. That one's not. 80% of people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay.
That certain PragerU videos were educational.
Let's actually get like the argument here for the video.
Media company. It's known primarily for its 5-minute videos.
Wait. Did he call it conservative? I wanted to get that out. Hold on. I wanted to hear if he actually called it that. I was distracted by the Jews.
PragerU is what is called a 501c3, a nonprofit educational media company.
Sure.
It's known primarily for its 5-minute videos. In 2016,
this is a that's Jocko's face right there. That's a good freeze frame. Someone at PragerU specifically picked that one out.
viewers began to notice that certain PragerU videos were no longer available. YouTube had placed them on its restricted list.
I like you didn't mention anything about them being conservative in the description of PragerU. Got him, glued him. That's pretty funny. I'm sorry, I should actually pay attention to the video.
Videos. In 2016, viewers began to notice that certain PragerU videos were no longer available. YouTube had placed them on its restricted list, which prevents the videos from playing on computers using content filters to screen out violence and pornography.
Well, so the videos weren't unavailable. They just wouldn't show up to people who they just wouldn't show up to people who specifically set certain criteria not to show up. It's a little different. So hold on. Also, prevents the videos from playing on computers.
From playing on computers using content filters to screen out violence and pornography.
The content filters do more than just screen out violence and pornography. They screen out a bunch of other stuff. Violence and pornography is just an example that they're using here. Little slick. Hold on, check this out. Actually, Now that I think about it, I have no idea how to access content filters. Let us hide the screen for a moment while I try to figure that out. I want to prove I'm wrong. Oh. Wait. Wow. Okay. You know, it's been like a few years since I've looked at it, actually. Ah. Okay, here we go. So when you Google bottom of page, maybe we'll look at that in a moment. But when you Google YouTube content filters, the first thing that comes up here, how to set up YouTube parental controls on your smart, I don't know. It just says how to set up YouTube parental controls on your smart devices. So right off the bat, YouTube content filters, how to set it so children don't watch it. I think, yes, this is good. Children should not be watching PragerU. I'm sorry. This is hold on. Yeah. PragerU hired Candace Owens. Candace Hitler did nothing wrong until he expanded outside of Germany, Owens. Nah. Look, inconvenient truth about the Democratic Party, and it's got a KKK guy. Why Democratic South become Republican, and it's a KKK head on the Democrat. Democratic socialism is still socialism. This is make men masculine again. He's wearing a pussy hat. This is, you don't make content that's appropriate for children. I'm sorry to say. You may not have actual violence and pornography in your videos, but but actual content guidelines are not so face value skin deep. I don't remember the metaphor. Content restrictions are a little more than just face value. Whether or not something is appropriate for children is a little more than whether there's violence and pornography in it. There's more that goes into the equation than just that. I mean, if you wanted, you can make like a... Well, if you wanted, you can make like a complete... How do we do this? If you wanted, you can make like a complete sexual education video talking about all of sexual education without actually showing any pornographic material. You can do that. Would that be appropriate for kids? I mean, it can be. I think that would be a lot more appropriate than PragerU videos. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, hold on. I'm getting caught up on this. Restricted mode on YouTube. Oh, here we are. Here's the actual answer. Good, okay. Restricted mode is an optional setting you can use on YouTube to disable or enable restricted mode. Restricted mode is an optional setting that you can use on YouTube to help screen out potentially mature content that you may prefer not to see or don't want others using your device to see. Mature content is a little... Okay, now the phrase mature content can include a little bit more than violence and pornography. can't help but notice PragerU's omitting that. We use many signals, such as video title, description, metadata, community guideline reviews, and age restrictions to identify and filter out potentially mature content. I wonder what sounds like someone didn't read the YouTube terms of service. Restricted mode is available in all languages, but due to differences in cultural norms and sensitivities, the quality may vary. When restricted mode is enabled, you will not be able to see comments on the videos you watch. Restricted mode works on the browser or device level, so you must turn it on for each browser you use. If your browser supports multiple profiles, you must enable it for each profile. We don't need that. Profile picture and restricted mode. Oh, right down there. Restricted mode off. Activate restricted mode. Helps hide. This helps hide potentially mature videos. No filters 100% accurate. Huh. So, Prager, it sounds like you're just upset that you didn't get... Sounds like you're upset that you're just making content that falls outside of YouTube's community guidelines. Guess what? Everyone does. Like, half of my videos do because I'm talking about you, Prager. Or PragerU. There's not an easy way around it. We have a video, like my last video, Ben Shapiro talking about Confederate monuments. It's like, there's no fucking way that's not going to be dinged by this. All right.
PragerU assumed this was simply a case of bad algorithms. But YouTube said no. Each restricted video had been reviewed by a walking, talking human.
Yeah.
The list included such diverse titles as...
Yeah, some of mine have been like that too. I like... Yeah, one of my other recent videos, Trump commits a crime. I thought that one would be fine, but then someone manually reviewed it and said, no, there's hateful content in this. And it's like, huh. All right. Wasn't me, but maybe it's just the inclusion of Donald Trump. That's probably what it was.
Are the Police Racist? By Heather McDonald.
Oh!
Israel's...
Hold on. We should get like this whole
video had been reviewed by a walking, talking human. The list included such diverse titles as Are the Police Racist? By Heather McDonald.
Yeah, I can see why that one might get put on a potentially mature list.
Israel's Legal Founding by Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah, I can see why that one would too.
And even a video on the 10 Commandments by Dennis Prager.
Well, having Dennis Prager in the video makes it inappropriate for children. Let's be honest. Just the inclusion of Dennis Prager makes a video inappropriate for children, okay? Nobody wants to see that on their feed. Get it out of here.
YouTube deemed each one unsuitable for young people.
Hold on.
By Dennis Prager. YouTube deemed each one unsuitable for young people, treating these videos the same as they would, say, for ones containing pornography or excessive violence.
All right. There's an easy way to fact check this. Let's find out. Okay, number 1. Are the Police Racist? By Heather McDonald. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. It's the first video that comes up.
Matter? Not. Does the truth matter?
Oh, that opening line is kind of poetic. Is this Heather McDonald? Yes, this is Heather McDonald. Okay, so that's one example where they just lied. What are the other videos? I'm willing to bet we'll have a similar thing.
Israel's Legal Founding by Alan Dershowitz.
Okay. Israel's Legal founding. Look, it's in the first thing. Israel's legal founding.
Of all
And that's Alan Dershowitz. That is Alan Dershowitz, right? Yeah. Oh my God.
all the countries that have come into existence in the last century, no country's birth certificate is more legitimate than that of Israel.
Okay. Okay. And the other one?
And even a video on the 10 Commandments by Dennis Prager.
Can we get this without seeing the movie? 10 Commandments, what you should know, 6 years ago.
You've got big
Oh, look,
plans.
this one has an ad.
No document in world history so changed the world for the better, as did the 10 Commandments.
I would argue that Magna Carta was much more important, but that's not sure. So
YouTube deemed each one unsuitable for young people, treating these videos the same as they would, say, for ones containing pornography or excessive violence.
So the evidence suggests that that is a fucking lie. That's just a fucking lie. Treating them the same way they treat pornography or excessive violence? No! If they were treated the same way as pornography or excessive violence, YouTube would have yeeted them off. They would have cut them out, taken them off the platform. But guess what? I just pulled them up. They're still here. They weren't even age restricted. So what are they talking about? They're only on restricted mode. What, is it because they got limited ads? Is that it? My God. Oh. So look at that. It took me 20 minutes to just like destroy their central argument. That's it. It was that easy. Were these the same restrictions as in the suit? I don't think. Their lawsuit was bunk from day one. It was never going anywhere. They just used this to make money. They just used this so, like, dumb conservatives on the internet, brainwashed by their own... They're stuck in their own pool of algorithms and can't swim out. So they want to donate money to PragerU because they think they're fighting a lawsuit for free speech. My school forced us into it. We were on Wi-Fi. Unless we sign into our official accounts. Oh, yeah. My school blocked YouTube back in the day. But that was like... It was many years ago now. PragerU tried to sue YouTube. In the past, they failed. Lawsuit was dropped. Or dismissed. I can see the school doing it to reduce liability. Students getting into wacky shenanigans. Yeah, my school was just like, you shouldn't be on YouTube. Do your schoolwork. But then Armor Games, like the Flash website, was still running. Man, that's gonna be a dated comment soon because Flash died last month. In the future, Flash will be an ancient relic of times gone past. Oh God, the future is now. Hateful content will get you unrestricted. It's a wonder I could watch anything in school. Are you sure it's still on? I don't know. I think it was never on.
Keep in mind, this is PragerU we're talking about. As
Yeah.
Main Street as you can get.
What?
And that
Wait, he didn't just say that. He did not just fucking say that.
for ones containing pornography or excessive violence. Keep in mind, this is PragerU we're talking about. As Main Street as you can get.
Main Street? Wait, I thought... I'm not familiar with this idiom. Hold on. Is it like mainstream, and this is just a weird thing. The most prominent street in a small town, often where businesses, shops are located. Well, that's not PragerU. Okay, that's weird. I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. Does anyone have any ideas? So I'm not really sure what Main Street means here. Maybe it's like a regional thing I'm not familiar with. More likely, this guy's cuckoo, and he works for PragerU. But let me try to argue against that. No, PragerU is not like Main Street or mainstream. PragerU is a pretty far right disinformation nonprofit made specifically that is funded specifically by oil billionaires so that they don't have to pay as much taxes, because it costs them less money to invest in organizations like this that brainwash people who will vote for politicians who will lower their taxes. It costs less money to do all that than to just straight up pay the taxes. And you're not. No. I don't even want to argue against any more of the culture war bullshit, because they always go to that stuff when it's like, because they can't stand on the merit of their policies on their own.
And that ultimately turns out to be the issue. PragerU's center-right content.
There we go. Nope, you guys are not center-right. Hold on. Do I gotta open up the PragerU page again and sort by the most watched so I can point out that they have a KKK hood on a Democratic donkey sign? Yeah, right there. Oh yeah, center right, by the way. Oh yeah. Hold on. Where's the Is the Robert E. Lee video still up? Don't tell me they removed it. Holy shit. Holy shit, they removed it! This one right here, who is Robert E. Lee? Re-upload of deleted pro-slavery PragerU video. Who is Robert E. Lee? PragerU re-upload.
Who was Robert E. Lee?
That's amazing. Alright. We're not gonna... Well, maybe we'll do the whole thing for this.
Statues of great historical figures, like Robert E. Lee, are being torn down across America.
Wait, this one's only 360. Can we have a... Is there a bigger one we can do?
Who was Robert E. Lee?
Nope. Well, this one's louder. We'll go with this.
Statues of great historical figures, like Robert E. Lee, are being torn down across America. Here are some facts about Lee that remind us why his statue should remain. Robert E. Lee was connected to George Washington through his father.
Oh no! Alright. We don't need to get through all this.
30
Because like everyone else is doing this and I'm doing like the most popular
years
stuff.
of military service, Lee led U.S. Marines to crush the attempted slave rebellion by radical abolitionist John Brown in October 1859. 21 co-conspirators had seized a federal armory, and all of them were killed or captured, including John Brown, who was tried and hanged for treason. Lee deemed slavery...
And that's it. He just drops it. This one was stupid too. Oh my god.
But considered it a greater evil to the white man than to the black race, since blacks are immeasurably better off here than in Africa.
Oh. Oh no. And what did this guy call him again?
Turns out to be the issue. PragerU's center-right content.
Center-right content. Fucking defending slavery and center-right content. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dying. I am dying. There's like a fire right inside my chest. I can't breathe anymore. Easily accessible info, like Main Street? Yeah, you're right. That's the problem. So, we're gonna keep the Robert E. Lee statues because blacks are immeasurably better off here than in Africa. What the fuck? We're gonna keep the statues of Robert E. Lee because he thought slavery was a moral political evil. But it was worse to the white man. It was actually the white man who were suffering. What the fuck, Prager? Oh, man. Yeah. But it's the Democrats who are in the KKK. Yeah. Alright, but we're actually center-right. PragerU's actually center-right content. Okay. Don't forget about his Horus Traveler. I don't even want to go through the rest of that video. Because it's not where I was focusing today. I'm dying. I just... It's very clear that the people who made that are so far to the right wing, so far in this racist propaganda, that they didn't even realize how bad what they were saying was. Because they're just used to saying that kind of shit all the time, because everyone decent and not racist has already cut them out of their life. When I was in the 3rd grade, pretty sure they said John Brown was one of the good guys. Guess I've been brainwashed this whole time. I didn't learn about John Brown until I was in high school, but that's pretty much what it was. He was kind of a... They portrayed him as kind of a radical for his time, but still a good guy. Also, one of my favorite bits of learning about John Brown, which I did learn in high school, you know, to my teacher's credit. One of my favorite bits was, like, he was the first American executed for treason by the same people who would only a year or two later succeed from the United States. Oh, man. So John Brown probably sold as a communist. He might have been in a different time.
Many of their videos, by the way, have no political theme at all. Offends YouTube sensibilities.
Do you want to say that Are the Police Racist is no political theme? Israel's legal founding, no political theme? That, okay, I mean, some of them maybe, but by and large, they all do. I mean, looking at the most popular things here, yes, all the most political ones are. All the most popular videos from PragerU are political. Now, there may be some that are not, but looking at all this, it's like socialism bad, culture war bad, taxes bad. No, culture war good, I should say. Culture war good, liberals bad. Yeah, that's more like it. What's the deal with the Green New Deal? Dangerous people are teaching your kids. I did a video about that a couple years ago, but we're gonna do it again for this series. Yeah. This video of mine is a mess. What child doesn't want to learn about Israel's legal founding? Yeah, right? Oh, man. I live in Arizona. They used to require Arizona history in like our high schools. Ugh. A whole class on the history of Arizona. A lot of desert. And it yeah.
In other words, the videos aren't being restricted to protect young people from inappropriate content. They're being restricted to protect young people from ideas YouTube disagrees with.
Well, no, they're being
They're being restricted to protect young people from ideas YouTube disagrees with.
I just want to come out here and talk about ideas, like different brain sizes in black people. This is a Dave Rubin joke. I'm not being serious. Well, no, they're being restricted from PragerU itself. They're being restricted from far-right, oil money, fascist content. They're being restricted from Candace Owens. You literally hire Candace Owens. She works for PragerU. It's not like she showed up as a video host, although she has done that. Candace Owens literally has the Candace Owens show on the PragerU channel. This is not, you don't get to play this card after you hire her. There's a big hole in the ground over there too. Yeah. How'd that get there? Someone might fall in.
We didn't want to sue. We tried to reach an accommodation.
Lies.
But when YouTube wouldn't take the offending videos off the restriction,
Nah, they wanted to sue. They wanted to play the suppressed card from day one. And they were like, we could make some money off of this. This is a good idea. Because we're a nonprofit, and all the money we make comes from donations from oil monies and dumb Facebook grandparents who can't realize what's fake and what's not anymore. Dumb Facebook grandparents who look at blatant propaganda being shared by insurrectionists and probably foreign actors and can't realize what they're looking at and consume it right up. Dumb Facebook boomers who think, I think Hillary Clinton literally does eat the fucking baby blood in the basement of this Comet Ping Pong Pizza.
restricted list. There are now 100 on that list. We had no other option.
Nah.
YouTube was infringing on...
You can make some content that doesn't hit on that list. I realize that that's like not possible for conservatives, but you could stop being a conservative.
Our right to free speech. We filed in federal court in late 2017, and there...
Hold on, we gotta play this whole line.
We had no other option. YouTube was infringing on...
You could just go to another platform. You can just make your own. What's the Dave Rubin thing? Hold on. I want the image. Ah, here we are. Dave Rubin for PragerU. And this one's from Facebook. Ugh. No, this one's loading better. There we go. If a baker... Alright, we're gonna do the voice. If a baker won't bake you a cake, find another baker. Don't demand that the state tell him what to do with his private business. So, PragerU, find another website. Don't demand that the state tell YouTube what to do with their private business, which I would add, hold on, I gotta do it this way. Which I would add is exactly what you are doing by trying to sue YouTube, by the way. When you are suing someone, you are asking the state to intervene on your behalf. You're asking the state to come to some conclusion and do something about the people you are suing. But they care about freedom, by the way.
On our right to free speech. We filed in federal court in late 2017
And you
and
failed.
thereafter in California state court. Wait a second, you might say. YouTube, which is owned by Google, is a private company. Can't they do anything they want?
Yep. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, everyone. We don't actually need to go any further. We can just end it right there. But then there's still another 2.5 minutes of this video we gotta go through. Oh my god.
The answer is yes and no.
Can't they do anything they want? Well, I mean, they can't, like, kidnap children and then, like, put them in smoothies and sell it unsuspectingly to people. Okay.
Yes, if they are a publisher. No, if they are a public forum.
All right.
Yes, if they are a publisher. No, if they are a public forum.
That distinction is meaningless. I know it sounds kind of obvious to us because it's like, what? There's a private company. They make a business. They make a business like selling ads on their content. No. Okay, let's try that again. They are a company. They make money selling ads on their content. They're kind of beholden to the interests of the advertisers. It's not public forum in that.
If they are a public forum.
It's not a public forum in that your tax dollars go to it and maintain the city hall, and everyone has a right to go here to petition for a redress of their grievances. Also, want to add another thing. Publisher and public forum, there's no legal precedent for what those words may mean. PragerU just made it up. I did research into that beforehand. Hold on. Yeah. Publisher versus public forum. JamesMadison.org. That sounds like a law. James Madison Institute. No, it doesn't. This isn't very useful. This is written by a law student. It doesn't say anything. Washington Post. The stubborn, misguided myth that internet platforms must be neutral. I want, like, it wasn't here. It was here before, but where isn't? Alright, whatever. I guess I don't really need to explain this any further. Publisher versus platform? Oh, here we are. Yeah, EFF.org. This is what I was thinking of. Publisher or platform? It doesn't matter. We'll say it plainly here. There is no legal significance to labeling an online service a platform as opposed to a publisher. Yes, that's right. There is no legal significance to labeling an online service a platform, nor does the law treat online services differently based upon their ideological neutrality or lack thereof. Yeah. All right, we don't need to. I don't want to go into that any further. This is a long, deep platform. Anyway, the distinction doesn't, in short, the distinction doesn't really matter. PragerU made it up. That's why the lawsuit was dismissed. That's why it didn't go anywhere. Okay.
So what's the difference? This gets right to
it's none. You just made it up.
the nub of the matter. A publisher chooses the content that resides on its site. The New York Times is a perfect example. You can't write a story and just expect the New York Times to publish it. The Times chooses what appears on its pages or website. And if they publish a story that contains a malicious lie or violates copyright law, they can be sued. PragerU is also a publisher. It decides what material gets placed on its website. Most sites are publishers. In contrast, a public forum, which can be a physical location like the classic town square or a shopping mall, or a virtual location.
Or a shopping mall. Shopping malls are all privately owned too. Oh yeah, I was screaming racist slurs at people in the shopping mall and they kicked me out. This violates my free speech. I am Dennis Prager.
Like a website is a place that must allow individuals and organizations to exercise their free speech rights.
No, and they literally have a shopping mall and a website here? No shopping mall works like that. What shopping malls do you go to?
YouTube is an example of a public.
Like every shopping mall I've been to has security there that kick people. Sometimes they kick people out. It happens a lot.
Forum. In fact, YouTube describes itself as a public forum. You make a video, YouTube hosts it, and anyone with an internet connection can watch it. Facebook is also a public.
Why does that make them a public forum and not a publisher? The New York Times does that. You said it yourself. Most websites do that. And now you're saying, you said it yourself. Most websites are publishers. And now you're saying this act that anyone can upload, anyone can watch it. Wait, what?
You make a video, YouTube hosts it, and anyone with an internet connection can watch it. Facebook is all.
Yeah, the New York Times and PragerU's own website are like that. So they're publishers. In your own definition of these terms, you can't even keep it straight. My God, no wonder they lost the lawsuit. Where did you find this attorney, Dennis?
Also a public forum, and so is Twitter. Here's why this is so important. A public forum under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, a law co-sponsored by Democrats and Republicans and passed by Congress in 1996, is not subject to liability for content placed on its site. If someone posts a video...
Well, that's not actually entirely true, but kind of.
...about how to build a bomb or writes a threatening comment, the public forum website cannot be held legally responsible for that content.
Well, a few things, yes and no. But yes, this is kind of true because it's the person who uploaded it that's responsible for that. But no, because if YouTube leaves it up, they can be held responsible for it, and they don't want to press that. They don't want to press that line. So there's something of a show of good faith here of them enforcing their, what do they call it? Enforcing their terms of service so content like that doesn't stay up. There's so much content that gets uploaded to YouTube, it's like it's not possible to get through all of it manually. But they have shown that they make a decent faith effort to keep that content off. That includes PragerU's content.
That's a good thing. It gives YouTube and other public forums the chance to host a wide variety of material, from nature videos to political diatribes, without fear of being sued.
Hey, that's me. What's that guy? Hold on.
Without. Good thing. It gives YouTube and other public forums the chance to host a wide variety of material, from nature videos to political.
Actually, no, that looks like Milo. That looks like Milo Yiannopoulos. Oh, it does. The hair. Oh, no.
Diatribes without fear of being sued. And it worked.
And it worked. Until we started suing them. Yeah. I peeked the mic pretty loudly there.
And then it didn't. A few years ago, the social media giants, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, started to behave not like public forums, but like publishers. They stopped following Section 2.
Man, he doesn't do a good job of differentiating public forum and publisher. Most websites are publishers.
230, which specifically requires that these websites promote a true diversity of political discourse and began to judge content by their own political and social criteria. In other words,
is that what happened? Hold on, that can't be right. Hold on, there's more to it. The EFF thing here said no. Yeah. Section 230 explicitly grants immunity to all intermediaries, both neutral and proudly biased. It treats them exactly the same and does so on purpose. Yeah, how about that? Rather than enshrine some significance between online platforms and publishers, Section 230 intentionally nullifies any distinction that might have existed. Yeah. But what about neutrality? It's a bit more confusing, but there has never been any requirement that publishers be politically neutral or otherwise speak, edit, or curate without such decisions reflecting their own beliefs. And neutrality certainly doesn't mean ideological neutrality. Indeed, the First Amendment protects the right of any speaker to express their ideological and political viewpoints, whether through their own speech, choosing to serve as an intermediary for the ideological speech of others, that is by actively curating user-generated speech on their sites. Ugh, fucking legalese. All right.
the social media giants want it both ways. They want the protections of a public forum and the editorial control of a publisher.
Meaningless distinction, which this guy has like completely failed to lay out.
We're fine if they're a publisher, and we're fine if they're a public forum. They just can't be both. If we win our legal action, YouTube will have to return to the way things were when they started. That's freedom.
What?
But if
Like what? What? Wait. Do you not explain that?
we lose, YouTube gets to act as a publisher.
Yeah, he doesn't. The way what they were when they started? What? Wait. How were they when they started? What?
And we're fine if they're a public forum. They just can't be both.
God.
If we win our legal action, YouTube will have to return to the way things were when they started. That's freedom. But if we lose, YouTube gets to act as a publisher while pretending to be a public forum.
And dumb and fucking baby boomers on Facebook are gonna watch this and think, wow, well, that sounds like a meaningful legal distinction. That makes sense. I'm gonna go send PragerU $500 for their legal fund.
That would mean much less freedom, and then eventually, no freedom. Because the most powerful internet sites on earth will determine what you see and what you don't.
I got banned from YouTube because I can't post Confederate content. Oh, man.
I'm Eric George, managing partner, Brown George Ross, for Prager University.
No wonder you guys fucking lost. Jesus. Alright. I don't think I need to even say anything else about this video. Facts and sources. Ugh. True diversity of political discourse. Does it say this? Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. 230 doesn't even say that. Hold on. If YouTube wants to be treated legally as a public forum, then it must promote a true diversity of political discourse. YouTube has stopped following Section 230, which specifically requires these websites promote a true diversity of political discourse. But then, this section of 230 says when you Google true diversity, when you control F true diversity, what comes up? The internet and other interactive computer services offer a forum for true diversity of political discourse, unique opportunities for cultural development, and myriad avenues for intellectual activity. Am I missing a segment here? Or is it just saying that the internet in general offers this, therefore... Yeah! Yeah, it says findings! This doesn't say anything about that they have to try. This doesn't say anything that individual websites have to try to stick with this. They're just making shit up. Hold on, I've been doing it full screen. We should make it. The internet and other interactive computer services offer a forum for a true diversity of political discourse, unique opportunities for cultural development, and myriad avenues for intellectual activity. Literally not what PragerU said did say. Literally not what PragerU said and said. Incredible. Amazing. I love it. I'm dying. I have heartburn right now. It's really painful right here in my chest. I'm gonna go lie down, I think. We can end it there. In 2016, viewers began to notice certain PragerU videos are no longer available. National Review. Yeah. Yep, doesn't say anything different. They're still there. No longer available, but they're still available. Man. Alright. That's enough, I think. I'm tired. I'm gonna end the live stream here. Oh god. Well, that's 10. That's the top 10 PragerU videos. Thanks for sticking with me, everyone. Oh. We're gonna go lie down. This is painful. If a baker won't serve you, find another baker. PragerU. Oh man. This one says leftists are professional at getting offended. Oh yeah, that's why I sued YouTube, because my videos got demonetized. Oh. Oh wait, that wasn't me. That was PragerU. Alright. Okay. So, we're gonna end the stream now, because I am really tired. My back hurts. Alright. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for joining me. We'll get this video up. I don't know. Probably this weekend. Maybe Monday. Which means I didn't get a PragerU video out this week. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you care about. Don't storm the Capitol or nothing like that.